You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
What's up, ladies? Happy Sunday. How y'all doing? It is your girl, your spiritual sister in knowledge. Go by the name of Lady Mocha. Those of you who are not familiar with my channel, if this is your first time here, I really don't too much do tea gossip. You know, I will elaborate on it so I can give you my own spiritual perspective on it. But most of the time when I speak on celebrities or controversy surrounding them, is for us to get a spiritual lesson out of it, because at the end of the day, I want women to be more spiritually woke instead of being spiritually broke. You have to have spiritual discernment. You can't get so caught up in the hype of idolizing celebrities that you think they're not capable of doing wrong. You think they're not capable of stepping out of bounds spiritually. It's things that we as women got to be spiritually aware of. And we can't keep allowing, worldly things to blind us and make us jaded to what's going on around us. You can't figure because somebody is a celebrity that they're not capable of being wrong, that they're not capable of sinning, that they're not capable of being out of bounds. You cannot put nobody on a pedestal so high to where you think that they cannot be broken down, that karma cannot catch up with them, that God would not deal with them. You know, it is what it is. We all have to deal with the consequences that we put ourselves in. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you reap what you sow. And that's just the bottom line. It doesn't matter who's your favorite reality star, who's your favorite rapper, actress, actor. If you have these women that are carrying themselves in a moral manner, and in particularly carrying the succubus spirit, you cannot be dismayed or disappointed when things start going wrong for them. Doesn't matter how much you idolize and worship and praise these women or men. So getting into the sermon, why married men become the curse of the succubus spirited woman. I find it very ironic that women who get involved with married men, for some strange reason, they think they are going to be the ones that are going to change the mindset and the spirit of these men. A lot of women think because they look better than the last woman, or think they're more educated than the last woman. It's something about the succubus spirited woman in which she has truly made herself believe that she is so superior, that she is going to be the one to make a difference in this man's life, that she's going to be the one that's going to not have to fall prey to what his wife or the last woman had to go through. For whatever reason, she really thinks she's invincible and she's incapable of going through what the last woman went through, what the last wife done went through, or worse. She really doesn't think it can happen to her. It's going to happen to her. And most women who operate in the spirit of the succubus, they really don't think that things can come back on them. Because these men who operate in an incubus spirit have them believing that they're going to treat them better, that they're going to be a changed man for them. And these women who get involved with these type of men find out the hard way that, at the end of the day, you're no better than the next woman. You're no more superior than the ex-wife who he left you for. You're getting the same treatment, and in some cases worse, And I look at everything from a spiritual perspective. And I truly believe the reason why God is allowing so many of these relationships that operate in an immoral and unholy manner, he's allowing them to be exposed because he wants to get the message across that God does not respect succubus behavior. I don't care who your favorite content creator is. I don't care who your favorite reality star is. I don't care who you rock with. I don't care who you like or who you don't like. Who you support or who you don't support. I had different women coming on my community tab. A lot of them felt some type of way that I defended Fallon. And my defense for Fallon is not because I like her more or whatever the case is, because I know Porsha has a whole praise team of women who idolize her to the point that they're willing to overlook her immoral Jezebel behavior. My stance on it is, regardless of what, Fallon was a married woman to Simon. Even if she cheated, even if Simon cheated, regardless of what problems, I don't care how many of y'all want to cape for Porsha, you're not going to manipulate me over here because I'm spiritually woke, not spiritually broke. And like one of the subscribers said, I think her name was Sean, she said it very, 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 very clear. Like, most women who support what Porsha is doing is because they are Porsha. They have done what Porsha has done. Most of the time, we are going to support who we are or what we believe in. So when I see women coming to the defense of Porsha and they want to bring up all the dates in which Fallon did this and Fallon did that, the whole bottom line is you have the spirit of a succubus, because there's nothing you can say that can justify Porsha getting married to Simon. I don't care if you worship her. I don't care if you think she's pretty. Any woman who supports another woman that has married somebody else's husband, you might need to check yourself, sis, because you have the spirit of the succubus. Because you shouldn't even be supporting anything like that. It's not about who you like or don't like. You have to respect what God honors and what the word says. But when you become of the world and not of the word, you're going to look past all of that and say, well, y'all are just hating on Porsha. It's just a storyline. Let me also bring that up as well before I really go into this sermon. I don't believe that Porsha would allow this level of humiliation for a storyline. I don't believe that. And anybody who really supports Porsha, you're not a real supporter of her if you worship her like that, to think that she would be willing to get a check just that bad to agree to this level of humiliation. I don't think Porsha is the sharpest tool in the shed, but I really don't think she would agree to get on the show for a check to be humiliated to this level. I'm not a fan of Porsha. I'm not a fan of all folk, but I really don't think she would stoop this low for a storyline. A lot of you women are very delusional, thinking that Porsha knew this was happening and that's the reason why she jumping ship. This is just my personal perspective. I ain't saying I'm right or wrong. I think reality shows always have a way of exposing people who have unsettled business, unsettled crooked investments. A lot of these individuals get on these reality shows knowing their business ain't straight. At this point, I don't put it past Simon that have had agreed to going on the show with Fallon like he did the first time, in with Porsha, knowing his business wasn't straight like that. I just believe Simon just really felt he was that invincible because under the false name in which he was able to be granted a green card, and the customs, neutralization department, nobody said anything. They let him walk for a long time. And I think he got comfortable, even knowing he was here under the false pretense of a false name. That was the only reason he was granted access into the country, because he gave them a different name. He knew good darn well if he gave him his real name, that already red flagged him from being blocked from entering into this country. He would have not gotten a green pass, a green card. Okay, for a lot of you who are uneducated and don't understand how the system works, because you love Porsha and Simon so much, you're not understanding. It has nothing to do with the fact that you idolize these people. It has everything to do with the fact that Simon broke the law. You can worship and praise and talk about how fine Simon look in those suits all you want. He violated the law. I don't care how much you love Porsha. Porsha was gullible and not really understanding the law. And well, how can we expect her to understand the law? She thought the Underground Railroad was the train that the slaves rode in. Y'all give these people too much credit. Y'all really, really do. And then y'all want to come for me, come for my subscribers who are talking common sense. And I let y'all have y'all 15 minutes of fame, but I'm going to let y'all know. I let y'all do it on the last video. It's not going to happen on this video and no more videos, because I'm going to remove your comments. Yeah, I don't do succubus praise and worship over here. So I let y'all have y'all fun. I let y'all run a mile on the last couple of videos. But now I am going to have a block party. So anybody who come in here want to praise and argue with me about Porsha, you're getting eviction papers, boo. Bottom line, that's what we going to do. Because we don't praise and do worship for succubus behavior. Okay? So y'all had y'all fun last time. No more. I will be blocking and removing comments on anybody who wants to defend Porsha. Yes, this is my house and I can do that. Thank you very much. So, going right along, right? So, everybody, that's the narrative that everybody's running with. Like, she knew this and she's making a smart business move. I don't think so, because Porsha had praised her husband way too much to agree, even for a paycheck, to this level of humiliation. I'm not buying it. I don't think she agreed. I don't think she really knew. I don't think she had an idea. I think Porsha was so fixated off of what Simon presented himself to be, what Simon presented himself to have, and she went for it. And when you're spiritually broke and not spiritually woke, you can easily become manipulated by the earthly trinkets that these men display. Because if you have that materialistic mindset, and again, because you're spiritually broke, not spiritually woke, you can easily get manipulated. A man can have a bunch of cars, nice cars, and you'll think he got money. A man can live in a big old home, a big old house, and you'll think he got money. You have some women out here that are so materialistic, they could easily be deceived by a man pretending he has money. And for all of y'all who want to say Simon ain't broke, Simon got money. Yeah, he got money, but this is the problem. He has other people money. He did not ethically and legally get his own paper. He's living lavishly off of false pretenses. So yes, he has money. But the problem is he scammed and used false identity, used false bank accounts, false information to present himself with the lifestyle that a lot of gullible women like you all who support Porsha and Porsha herself believe she has. What good is having money when it's not legal money? When it's money you had to get through false information. He basically got stolen money. I'm going to say alleged. Everything in this video I say is alleged based off my own opinion. For spiritual and educational purposes only. That's it. I have no bite in the fight. It's just my opinion. So Porsha praise team members, once you come over here doing all that extra stuff in the most, it's all good. I'm going to block you. And if you're going to come back, that's fine. You control and do another account. But you better come back the second time under your fake account. You better come back in my congregation correct. Because I'm going to boot you on the fake account, on the trolling account. Because we're not bringing that succubus spirit over here. We're not doing that. Hit that like button. Because y'all already know I'm going to give y'all a good sermon today. We're going to get it popping today. So, again, these are different narratives. that the YouTube streets are saying. They saying also that they believe she's divorcing him because she don't want her assets, money she earned, intermixing with his criminal money, with his scamming money. And I mean, I can't blame her on that. You know what I mean? When the heat turned up, you got to get out the kitchen. It only makes sense. I mean, I don't blame her. I'm glad she got this much sense to not worry about what the bloggers gonna say and what people gonna say. She realizing I need to leave this ninja because I'm gonna go down. They gonna say I got something to do with it. Hopefully she didn't. Porsha is, she's not the sharpest tool in the shed. She's one fry away from a Happy Meal. She's one sandwich short away from a picnic. The elevator don't go all the way up. The mall is open, but everybody ain't shopping in it. Hopefully, she wasn't so in love and so infatuated with the fake materialistic lifestyle that Simon presented. Hopefully, she ain't put a name on nothing. Hopefully, she didn't sign no loans on nothing. Hopefully, Simon didn't stigmatize her so bad to the point that she agreed to putting her name on all kind of paperwork because that's her husband. Listen, you got some women who think because they're married, they don't have to have common sense with their husbands. Even your husband can sometimes don't have good intentions and want you to sign for loans, want you to agree to all kind of stuff, knowing that he's not in a position to bail you out in the midst that he gets exposed or something happens. It happens a lot. A lot of married women are so in love with their husbands that they don't use their discretion or common sense. Their husbands, especially these ones like Simon, who got who's an opportunist, who's a con artist, they will talk their wives into doing anything. And a lot of people, y'all acting like, it's a setup. Porsha is just doing this for the show. It's too coincidental. Same thing happened with Teresa and Joe Goodice. And that was real. That was not scripted. Teresa Goodice thought the world of Joe. She put Joe on the pedestal like Porsha put Simon on the pedestal. That was not a storyline. Listen, when you get on these reality shows, it's people who know you for who you are and know you for what you do. Ain't no telling who knew Simon was up to no good and didn't call a producer, didn't put the show on and told him, y'all need to check this dude out. Listen, people around here be having enemies that they don't even know of. It could have, you never know. It could have been somebody who didn't like Porsha and knew Simon, had some dirt, and put the show on. That's probably why the show was so eager to have Porsha on. Because let me tell you something, these networks are greedy. They can know there's some dirt on you, and if you don't know it, they will ask you so earnestly to come be a part of their franchise, knowing that they're going to expose some dirt that you have no clue on. I don't think Porsha knew anything. Y'all can sit up there and believe that. I don't think she knew nothing. Because Porsha was trying to grab the bag. She was trying to secure the bag. Okay? Nothing wrong with wanting a man with money. Nothing wrong with wanting a man that could provide and take care of you. But like Ariane thought Martell had all this money. All the money was coming from Mel. You got to do your research. Just because a man drive a nice car and he pulling out that black card, you don't know if he stole that black card from somebody. You don't know if that black card belonged to his wife, that he stole out her wallet when she went to sleep from working all day. Stop letting these men make y'all believe they are wealthy and got so much bank. You got to think. You got to think. Every man don't have that bank. Just because he wear tailor-made suits and gator shoes and pull up in a Porsche and a Bentley, you better make sure you really understand this man's history and know how he gets his money. Not because of what he say. You got to do your own research. Let's just keep it a buck. Porsha didn't do no research. She married that man so quick, she ain't looked into nothing. And she ain't the only one. There's many women who done set up here and married a man so quick just because the man wanted to be married. Listen, just because a man wants to marry you, it does not mean he's a catch. Because I know a lot of people saying, don't settle to be a baby mama. Get married, this and that. If you get married the wrong way, it defeats the purpose of getting married. Just because you ran and got that ring on your hand and got that last name, it does not mean you did it the right way. You have to take your time, really get to be around these men for a long time, study how they move, watch how they spend their money, look into their business adventures. Come on, y'all know Porsha ain't do none of that. My husband has his own roofing business. I keep up with his books. I pay attention to when the money coming in, when it's coming out, what he's spending it on, what they ain't spending on. I keep up with the bank statements. I keep up with the debit card and the cash. You got to keep up with these men business. You could be married to a god doggone drug dealer, not even knowing he got a mafia out wanting to decapitate him because of some bad or shady investment, because you so busy driving a Bentley and a Porsche and getting your hair and your nails done, you just oblivious. You ain't paying attention to nothing. A man can look wealthy and not have no wealth. Somebody said this, and I thought it was so funny, ladies. Simon is the first millionaire who isn't a millionaire. I heard that. Listen, hit that like button, by the way. I heard that. I fell out because people keep saying, he got money, he got money. Y'all just hating on Porsha. Porsha is a smart businesswoman. Let me say this too, because I think I was a little hard on Porsha because I was just pissed. I'm going to be honest. I was just pissed with Porsha because of how she did it. I didn't like how she did that. Because she's too beautiful and stunning of a woman to go that low. That's something a basic, unattractive women would do. A woman who can't get no man, she'll stoop that low to try to pull somebody else man. Portia's a beautiful woman. She did not have to put herself in that predicament. I think she'll grow up from this. I think, because I'm trying not to badger her as hard as I was, but I just have an issue with women who get very arrogant and bold and snooty, and you strong and wrong. I don't care who it is. I just have a pet peeve with women who do stuff like that. You're so proud and honorary of being a succubus. I just have an issue with that. That's why I don't like Arion. I can't stand Arion. I don't stomach any woman who does this, okay? For the Porsha Praise team, I don't have a problem with just your girl. I have a problem with all women who do this, right? I think Porsha will learn from this. I think she'll be more careful because she's, 43 or whatever. So, at least she found out now versus putting in another 3-4 years. I think she'll bounce back. I think she'll learn from this. But I really, and this is my opinion, a lot of y'all gonna get mad and y'all gonna feel some type of way, and I'm cool with that. I really think, and it's my opinion, I really think that Porsha should contact Fallon and apologize to that woman. Period, point blank. She owes Fallon an apology. I think once she does that, God will set her free. And I think the next husband will be even bigger and better than what she had before. Because God can still bless you when you mess up, but you got to correct your wrongs. Porsha need to do that. She need to apologize to that woman. It doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you less than a woman. I know y'all saying she don't owe Fallon nothing. Fallon was cheating or whatever. Guess what? Whatever Fallon did with Simon, she got to give an account of that. If she cheated, lied, or whatever, she got to give an account of that. That has nothing to do with Porsha being wrong. She owed that sister an apology. And that's just my opinion. Now, whether she want to do it public or behind closed doors, sis, you know what? I owe you an apology. Because the way things are coming back on me, I got to set myself free. More than just from a divorce. You got to repent and you need to go apologize to that woman, Porsha. That's my opinion. It's not going to cost you no money. If anything, people will respect you more. If she ever was to apologize to that woman, I will not bash Porsha no more. I promise you I won't. Now, will I keep talking about it and using it as a reference point? Absolutely. But I'll give her props for being a woman and standing on business and apologizing. We all make mistakes. We all mess up. We all done let these men get in our head. But you need to make it right, sis. You need to apologize. to that woman. How you tried to build a friendship with her, and you been smashing that man the whole time before Simon even let you come over there, and you know that. Part of God blessing you is to right in your wrongs. He could still bless her with a good husband and a better marriage after this one. But she gonna have to come correct. And not be strong in her wrong. But let me get off of that, right? Why married men become the curse of the succubus spirited woman? Because God gonna deal with Porsha accordingly anyway. It don't matter if we don't want her to go through, do want her to go through. God gonna deal with her as he see fit. So it don't matter who defends her, who believes her story, a foul story. God know it all. He's seen it all, and then he gonna deal with it accordingly. But I got 3 different, women in my thumbnail, right? And all of these women are guilty of sabotaging another woman's marriage. Now, I will first say this. I'll hold all the men 100% accountable. Starting with Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is known to be a habitual cheater. He did this to his first beautiful black wife, Tori Hart. She went through many incidences of infidelity on Kevin Hart's behalf. Okay? You got to realize Kevin Hart came up in the struggle, in the poverty, like many of us have. And I think Kevin was one of those guys that was never... I think a lot of women did not find him very attractive. I think he was the short, dark-skinned dude that, a lot of women overlooked. You know what I mean? And I think that's what kind of motivated him to get into becoming a comedian. People who struggle with self-esteem and self-worth, sometimes they use jokes as a way to mask behind that depression. You feel me? A lot of talented people are using their talent to avoid having to focus on their childhood issues, focus on their poverty issues, focusing on abandonment issues, not having a mother, not having a father. So we have many celebrities who have experienced this. Rapper DMX will tell you his mother was not there for him, which is why he grind so hard to become the professional rapper that he was. But at the end of the day, a lot of women had a hard time being able to spiritually connect with DMX because he had so many demons he was encountering. But that's another story. I'm gonna talk about him one of these days too. Some other stuff I want to address about him. But anyway, so Kevin Hart, when he ran into stardom, Tori Hart, of course, was his ride or die, was his wife. They had 2 beautiful children together. And like many of the men in the industry, once they money get right, their preference get light. Listen, I just made that one up. Hit the like button, right? Once their money get right, their preference get light, okay? Happened to Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey left 2 of his beautiful brown-skinned queens, okay, to be with Marjorie. A light-skinned succubus who has contributed absolutely nothing but her looks. She was not there when he was struggling. Many of these men, married men, will leave their women who was dedicated and whip them through the struggle. And once they make that bread, it get to their head and they start smelling themselves. Now they got way more women who are attracted to them now because of their celebrity status. Now him and Nico been married for quite some time. Now I know, we all know, him and Onika would not be together if Kevin Hart wasn't Kevin Hart. Okay, he met her through his stardom, through his celebrity lifestyle. Nico did not know Kevin Hart when he was a nobody. And to this day, Nico has tried to lie and say that she did not meet Kevin when Kevin was married to Tori. And it's already been confirmed. And Tori said it many a times, that Kevin Hart did indeed meet Oniko and cheated. And Kevin Hart cheated on Tori with Oniko because him and Tori was still married. But of course, Kevin Hart is going to protect his queen, his light skinned queen, and change the narrative that she was not a home wrecker, in which indeed she was. And his comeback was, in reality, my marriage was already done. And this is what a lot of these married incubus men will do. They will lie and know they were still in the legal marriage and a legal union, and will say, we was already over. Okay, meaning that, I guess because y'all was under the same house and you stopped having sex with your wife, or you stopped communicating with your wife because your mind was somewhere else, and in your mind it was over. But the actuality was you was cheating on your wife. So anyway, Kevin Hart has struck again. Kevin Hart didn't just cheat once, he cheated twice. And allegedly, rumor has it, Oniko is strongly considering divorcing him this time. Now, the first time Kevin Hart got exposed, let me tell you what this ninja did. This ninja had the audacity to throw his friend, his best friend at the time, who was his road dog, who was his ace boon coon, and like some of these men out here who got homeboys, these dudes be knowing they married homeboys is messing around and doing all kind of stuff or whatever, and they don't say anything about it. That's that bro code, you know what I mean? Like, shit, that's my homeboy. I ain't got nothing to do with that, He a grown man, he gonna do what he do. And I get that. When these men hang out and they see they married man messing around, they're not gonna expose them, right? But what happened was, Kevin Hart and his, I want to make sure I get the man's name right, J.T. Jackson. Kevin Hart and J.T. Jackson call themselves going to Vegas, hanging out, hitting the casinos, you know how that go, whatever. And while they were up there, Kevin Hart decided to cheat on his wife. And which he did. Because I'm going to post the link. I didn't feel like doing a lot of video editing today because I got to start my Sunday dinner and all that, y'all. But I'm going to post the link where y'all can see, because there's footage already on YouTube, where you can tell Kevin Hart was smashing this woman in a hotel. Okay, he was having sex with her. And it's on YouTube. They got the clean cut version. You can't, but you'll see enough to know he's smashing this woman. He tapping that, the match was going up and down. It's just obvious. So what happened was, somehow, some way, somebody planted a camera in the hotel room, in which Kevin got caught. And these stars think they're invincible when it comes to their dirt. Kind of like when Jay-Z and Beyonce was mad that elevator footage came out with Solange putting a pause on it, because these celebrities want to look perfect all the time. They don't want nobody thinking they're skeletons in their closet. They don't want nobody thinking they got issues. They want to keep us believing this united front that everything is perfect on the home front. So when footage comes out, it really taints how we see them, right? So the footage came out. And not only they have footage of Kevin Hart smashing this female in the room, they have footage of him in the car with the woman. They have footage of him in the lobby, so somebody was out to get him. And y'all got to realize, when you got the status, you can't be out here moving foul, okay? When you a celebrity, you can't be moving foul. Listen, I'm a nobody, you know what I mean? So if I'm at McDonald's with another man, nobody not gonna care. You know what I'm saying? Nobody not gonna know that's not my husband unless you know me personally. But when you are a celebrity and everybody know you married, listen, and you caught out there moving funny, paparazzi gonna get that picture because paparazzi, that is their job, to get the dirt, to expose. And that's what happened, right? So Kevin Hart freaking out about losing his marriage because at this point he knows hell is about to break loose on the home front, right? So to try to save his face, let me tell you what this dude did. He threw his friend under the bus and lied on his best friend and say his best friend set him up. He said his best friend extorted him. And the reason Kevin Hart did this, y'all, because he knew once all that footage got leaked that 𝓜𝓸𝓬𝓱𝓪'𝓼 was gonna go ghost. They just had a baby. Making so bad she was pregnant with his baby, y'all, while he was smashing, pumping and dumping on another woman, with another woman on his pregnant wife. Like I say, you know, a lot of these dudes, that their options, they're only as faithful as their options. They're only as faithful as their options. So, when I got out, he didn't want to take the heat. So, what he did was deflect. And that's what a lot of these married men will do. We done seen Simon do it. We done seen Martell do it. Anytime these married men get exposed, they will deflect. They're not about to own nothing. They're going to deflect it. Okay? Because you're dealing with the spirit of an incubus man. Right? So, he tried to throw his friend up under the bus because he did not want his wife to focus on the fact that he was cheating. He wanted his wife to focus on my own best friend is trying to take me down, trying to ruin me, trying to ruin our marriage. That's what he did. Right? And 𝓜𝓸𝓬𝓱𝓪'𝓼, she fell for it. Which is why she stayed with him through that first affair. And you can tell because I was on the Instagram after all of that came out, right? And they was in the car, you know, driving, and when she was the one driving, he was on the passenger side, and you could tell he was trying to video him and her together, like they was this happy couple, but you could tell the look on her face. That woman was broken. And only a real woman who's been broken before can identify that look. You could tell that woman was not happy with being humiliated like that. And like a lot of these married men who get caught cheating and messing around, they think they can make up for it by buying you more gifts, by take you out of town on trips, anything to deflect and keep your mind off the real matter at hand is that Negro, you got no respect for me in this marriage, right? So at this point in time, Kevin was trying to save face. And basically what he did was he lied on his friend. His friend, who was well known because of him being associated with Kevin Hart, his friend got blackballed. A lot of people in the industry because JT Jackson, he had a lot of, gigs and different things going because of him being associated with Kevin Hart. When that came out, nobody wanted to do any movies with him. Nobody wanted to do business with him. None of that. And I remember when Kevin Hart put the story out, I felt bad for Kevin Hart. Me, even Charlamagne the God on the Breakfast Club, everybody was going in on TJ Jackson. No, I'm just keep saying JT. Everybody was going in on Kevin Hart's friend JT Jackson like he was the villain. Like, man, how you tried to ruin Kevin, how you tried to take him down. Everybody, and I even did a video on it. I even thought that JT was snaking Kevin Hart. Well, y'all, come to find out, the whole thing was a lie. And the felony extortion charge got dropped against JT Jackson. He lied. And you know, with Kevin Hart having all the money he had, they should have been able to prove that this man was the one who intentionally set Kevin Hart up. And it had nothing to do with that. The whole bottom line was Kevin Hart was smashing another woman, was smashing a woman on his pregnant wife. And to get the heat off of him, he lied and threw his friend up under the bus. The friend was like a deer in the headlights. He didn't know till people called him up, hitting him, till he got the lawsuit about him being extorted. And people started blackballing him, treating him funny and nasty in the industry. Everybody thought JT was the villain. And JT did an interview on this, and I'm going to put that underneath the comment. If I forget, y'all, just remind me, because y'all know my mind be all over the place. He did an interview saying how much him and his wife suffered because of Kevin lying. And like JT lawyer said, all it was Kevin Hart was trying to save his marriage, okay? Nico, like any other woman, probably got mad. What wife wouldn't get mad when you see this video? It's not a rumor. You see the video. So Kevin had to come on strong. He had to come up with something. And again, all of this is alleged. He had to come up with something to get on Nico from not leaving him, okay? So JT to this day is still trying to fight. I guess he's still trying to battle with the fact that his reputation has been scarred because of a lie. And to this day, he said Kevin Hart will not answer his calls. Kevin Hart will not explain to him why he did what he did. Of course he's not going to. Kevin Hart was looking out for himself. He wanted to save his marriage. He didn't care who he had to throw up under the bus. So his friend became the sacrifice, unfortunately. And that's what happened. So big ups to JT Jackson. I'm praying that him and his wife, they continue to recover and bounce back from this. And God knows all. But let me tell you, God don't like ugly. Because after all that, a second exposure done come out. See, you got to be careful how you do people, how you treat people to come back on you. Now, rumor has it, Nico may definitely be planning on leaving him this time because he got away with it the first time by using his friend and didn't care how to affect his best friend. This time, it was his assistant who exploited him on the Tasha K show. All right? So Kevin Hart, once again, thought he can get out of not having to own his cheating like he did the first time by trying to sue Tasha K. Because again, you out here hoeing because your assistant put you on blast on the Tasha K interview and basically said that you have another woman pregnant, allegedly. You got another woman pregnant and you're messing around with a white snow bunny this time. And my thing is, if it's not true, why you had to go this far to try to sue Tasha K, which you failed. You did not win. Because for one, you were suing the wrong person. Tasha K didn't expose you. It was the guest who she allowed on the show to expose you. So he went about it the wrong way again, trying to save his marriage. Again, trying to make it look like it's somebody else out to destroy him versus him taking accountability, saying, okay, yes, it's the second time I put my dick out there. It is what it is. He's not going to do that. His assistant, Maisha Shakes, was the one who exploited him. So he basically caught himself trying to sue Tasha K using that same extortion crap that he did with his best friend. Okay? He tried to do, every time Kevin Hart gets caught, he's going to try to extort somebody because he's done this twice. So if you work for Kevin Hart, if you his driver, if you his chef, if you tell him make his suits for him that he get from Baby Gap, the moment he get caught cheating, he gonna say you had something to do with it. You were trying to extort him. That is what this ninja does. It's a pattern, right? So he basically tried to accuse Tasha K of extorting him out of $250,000 by threatening him that she was going to run an interview if he didn't pay her. All that was debunked. All that was a lie. Everything was dropped from Tasha K. And he wasn't smart because I don't know why he didn't sue Maisha. Why you didn't sue her? She was the assistant. But nevertheless, I think Kevin Hart panicked because see, Tasha K is a huge content creator. So anytime she puts something out there, the whole masses are going to get it. And like a lot of people were saying that, see, a lot of Kevin Hart's paycheck and income and revenue comes from his image. Looking like this married man, You know, you're somebody's husband. You're a father of children. See, believe it or not, your image is based off of how you get your endorsements. Why do you think when R. Kelly, when P. Diddy, all of these people got exposed, people start pulling the rug from them? Even when Tiger Woods got exposed. Gillette, which is one of the hugest, you know, endorsement companies. Everybody pulled, Spalding, all these different, you know, endorsers pulled the plug. And that's how you get your bread. You don't get your bread off of just being an athlete, a rapper, or a comedian. Your endorsements send you a check with your eyes closed. You get what I'm saying? So that was the second reason why Kevin Hart was trying to fight and tried to, once again, because this ninja won't keep his dick in his pants, tried to sue Tasha K. And he did not win. He tried to get her not to do the interview. The interview still was done. He did not win. So this once again stirred him up, being right in the same place that he did not want to be in with his wife Onika. In the interview, the assistants claimed Hart was a serial cheater, a gambling addict who paid an associate millions to take DUI charges for him. That's what ninjas with money do. Whether if it's scamming money like Simon or legitimate money like Kevin Hart, they will pay somebody to take their troubles away. But anyway, child, yeah. He called himself trying to sue for defamation, and the whole bottom line is, if you kept your penis in your pants, nobody would be able to come for you and exploit you for anything. But that's what Onika signed up for. She did not mind being the side chick when he was married to Tori, and the very thing happened to her. An insecure man is an insecure man. Doesn't matter what kind of woman he gets or what woman is dedicated and loyal to him. He still wants to seek validation from other women. You have to realize a lot of these men who did not come up in money, when they do start making money and they're getting attention that they're not used to getting, they start smelling themselves, and until they get spiritual discernment, they'll get caught up. But I really wish Kevin Hart would stop extorting people every time he gets caught. And allegedly, they're saying that Onika may go ahead and pull the plug. She does have 2 children from him. Let me see how long they were married. Because I think it's they've been married for, I know they've been married for a good amount of years now. But then I definitely know 2 kids will have been conceived in the marriage. They've been married since 2016. So yeah, she'll be able to get some bread out of him, especially if she could prove adultery. And in this case, she will be able to do it because this would be his second time. The first time is still on YouTube. So yeah, she may get to that point to where she realized, I can't keep getting embarrassed, you know. And he actually had her on his documentary, crying about the first one, how embarrassed and humiliated she was. And this ninja went back and did it again. But yeah, you know, the way you get them, you cannot be surprised when they do the same thing to you. No different than Sharina Hudson and Kevin Hart. Kevin Hunter, not Kevin Hart. Wendy Williams' ex-husband Kevin Hunter, the same thing. You know, he cheated on Wendy with Sharina for years. Not only cheated, also had a child on Wendy. You know, and Wendy was still willing to be with him had it not been for the child. But what tends to happen with a lot of these men who have been especially those who are in the industry in some shape or form, whether if they are a celebrity or they are linked with a celebrity, the problem is they get more options than usual. And a man with low self-esteem who has too many options is more likely to get himself into self-destructive situations. And that's what happened. Kevin Hunter had been with Wendy Williams so long, I think he fell out of love with her. I think he was no longer attracted to her. A lot of things started going on with Wendy, you know. Her body, all the wrinkles, the inflated ankles. I just totally think Kevin Hunter started losing attraction. And my thing is that's why it's called marriage. You're supposed to be able to love unconditionally. Your body's going to change, your looks are going to change, but your love for each other is supposed to sustain and pull through it all. But this is what happens, when, men are now granted with opportunities that they never been granted with. Sharina Hudson, younger, more attractive, stroking his ego, making him feel like the king in the bedroom, she was able to pull Kevin Hunter right from up under Wendy. And even more so because Kevin Hunter felt like with Wendy's brand and the fact that he was going to get alimony as long as that show was running, he felt secure in being able to do what he was doing. He did not expect that Wendy was going to fall ill and this would cause the demise of her show, which meant this would be the demise of his alimony. When he was getting Wendy's money, Sharina Hudson tried to build several businesses like Ariane tried to do. She tried to do a vegan cookbook, a vegan cook show. She tried to come out with her own like cooking wear. Everything she tried, it was an epic fail. And even more so once that money stopped coming in and Wendy Williams was in her right mind enough at that time to repossess all the vehicles he purchased and able to, defend herself from not being able to pay him. Now, Kevin Hunter and Sharina Hudson, they are in a struggle. The last that I heard, allegedly, she is back staying with her parents. And that's the thing, you get with a woman gets with you because she's used to you spending a lot of money. And when you can no longer spend that money, she has no purpose for you. She starts losing attraction to you. Let's face it, most of these women are attracted to the money and the lifestyle more than they are the men. So when these men can no longer produce that lifestyle, they don't have a purpose for them. And we pretty much see what Simon and Porsha is at right now. I don't have to reiterate on that too many times. I've already addressed it many times. But the point of the matter is married men become a curse to your life. And it's the spirit. As a woman, if you are carrying the spirit of the succubus, you will easily become drawn to these type of men. And these men will make you think that you got the prize, that you are the winner. They will make you believe because they left their wife for you. They left a woman who was dedicated to them for you. These women really get this attitude of arrogance and superiority, like they're the better woman, only to find out in the end that you end up going through the same thing or worse. All of these women have been humiliated in some shape or form getting involved with these married men. Married men are an endangerment to your health. Married men are an endangerment to your well-being. They are poisonous. And if you are involved with a married man right now, I only thing I can pretty much tell you is that you really need to jump ship before you get caught up in the raft that's going to come upon him. God has mercy. God has grace. Once he brings it to your attention and he exposes it to you, you have to jump ship. I'll give Porsha that. When she saw all this stuff coming out about Simon, she jumped ship. But the truth of the matter is she had no business getting on board with him to begin with. A lot of times you take these married men, you thinking you taking a blessing, you taking another doggone burden. You think you got you a prize when in actuality you got you another problem. You don't know what the woman at home is going through. Ariane had no clue what Mel was going through. Aniko had no clue what Tori Hart was going through. Sharina Hudson had no clue, did not care what Wendy Williams was going through with Kevin. And Porsha sure did not care. Because she flaunted Simon every chance she got. Was not ashamed for another woman's pain. And now she has to walk that hall of shame herself. That's the cards that you dealt with. Married men are a curse to you. I don't care what they tell you the wife is doing or ain't doing. Well, my wife cheated on me. My wife messed around on me. Look here, buddy. Until y'all get that cleared and you get divorced, I don't want no parts. I do not want to get attached to y'all dysfunction in any shape or form. Women who condone this type of behavior, you might need to check yourself because you got that succubus spirit. I'm not about to celebrate and cap for no woman who was a volunteer in another woman's home and marriage being destroyed. Do I hold the husbands accountable? Absolutely. At the end of the day, these men were married to these women. But I'm not going to give the succubus a pass because I like her, or she's my favorite reality star, or she's pretty. A succubus is a succubus. These married men, if you think they ain't had their wives looking stupid, you think they ain't going to make you look stupid? A married man that has commitment issues, that already has a track record of infidelity, he cannot easily be pleased. One woman will never be enough, sis. I don't care if you're more light-skinned than his last wife, if you're more prettier than his last wife, if you got a better body than the last wife. You cannot please a married man with the incubus spirit. What is the incubus? A male demon that can easily be seduced by his own lust, or can easily seduce other women by what he presents himself to be, rather if it's the money or the lifestyle he has. All married men do not conduct themselves as married men. And this is a no-brainer. The way he treats his wife is exactly how he's going to treat you. It's already programmed into him, sis. There's nothing so magical about your vagina or about whatever it is you think you got that he's just not going, ain't no way in the world he gonna do you like that. You're too beautiful. You look too much better than what he had before. His last wife was a plus size woman. You supermodel. His last wife was dark skinned. You light skinned. You cannot please an incubus spirited man, especially when you got him in a marriage. He's not good for anybody. At this point, I really don't feel like arguing with no other women about Porsha and Simon, because the bottom line is Simon was not good for Porsha or Fallon. He really did both of them in. There are no winners. And it's the succubus spirited women who will praise and encourage this and say, well, at least Porsha was smart and Porsha left and all this and that, whatever. I don't give Porsha no credit for leaving. I'm glad she made that step, but it's common sense. When you see a man's empire is crumbling, why would you stay? This just go for Porsha to leave as quick as she did. That goes to show you she did not know Simon well at all. She did not know him. She didn't know his business. She didn't know nothing about his money. And I pray to God she didn't do the 𝓜𝓸𝓬𝓱𝓪'𝓼 and sign off on some paperwork and thinking if she hurt and jump and leave and jump ship, nobody not gonna question her, because allegedly they're saying in the YouTube streets that she's being questioned by the FBI or whoever handles whoever deals with these type of issues, that they're already questioning her. It's mighty funny. She leaving way more quicker than a slave who's been told he's been set free, he can leave the plantation. She running. I'm wondering why she running. Because y'all giving her too much credit. Y'all thinking, oh, she being smart about it, that's why she running. She probably running because she knows she done signed some stuff she shouldn't have signed, and thinking if she separate herself from it, it's not going to come back and bite her. Hopefully that's not the case, because I'm letting you know if she signed anything, she's going down with them. Whether she's divorced or not, unless she got a spectacular lawyer that can make it look like, hey, my client, she was not aware, she did not know. And, you know, God may spare her. God has mercy and grace. He may spare her where she could leave the situation with a clean slate, with her hands clean. But she got to go through the fire. She got to go through the fire because of how she did it, because how she got involved with him. Listen, God does not like people that are arrogant and bigoted in their wrongdoing. That's a pet peeve for God. He says this in the scripture. He doesn't like arrogance. He doesn't like haughtiness. So, getting involved with these married men, you don't win. You don't end up with the prize in the end. In many cases, you end up struggling. You end up having to try to rebuild your life, rebuild your dignity, rebuild your character. It's a lot that entails is the emotional and spiritual and in some cases financial toll that it takes on a woman trying to please a married man, because she feels at the end of the day, if he left his wife for me, I got to make sure I'm constantly on my A game, that I'm pleasing him, that I'm serving him, that I'm doing for him, so he doesn't feel the need to ever walk out and leave me as well. But nevertheless, y'all, married men become the curse of the succubus spirited woman. And keep in mind that only succubus spirited women are easily drawn to married men. Because if the succubus spirited woman, she has the spirit of seduction, meaning she can easily be seduced, and she can also easily seduce another man herself. So if you don't have a problem with another woman taking somebody else's husband, regardless of what problems they had, you may have the spirit of a succubus. And only thing I can do is encourage you to rid that spirit, because that's not healthy for women to co-sign and defend and protect a woman that's gotten with another man that was already married to another woman. Something ain't right with your spirit, sis. You should not be congratulating that. You should not be proud of it. You should not be defending it. These married men bring nothing but bad luck in your life. Hopefully, Porsha wasn't spending so much money on this man, and hopefully her account didn't get low, trying to spoil him and please him, because that's what women do. We like to spend on our men, like to spend money. Hopefully she didn't invest a whole lot in this man. And if he meant her any good, at least he could do is give her back whatever she spent on him. That's the least Simon could do. But Simon is a scammer. The lying Simon. Simon just steady lying. Just a habitual liar, It's unfortunate that she had to go through this, but I'm going to tell you one thing I do believe. I believe Simon's going to get another woman. I believe through all this, somebody is going to get desperate and still get with Simon. I won't be surprised if Simon already got another wife stashed somewhere. I would not be surprised if Simon already got a woman. I would not be surprised if somebody still turned around and married Simon. Simon been married 4 times. I would not be surprised, because based off all the comments and the responses, let me tell all my spiritually woke sisters something. Let me tell all my sisters that are woke. We got a fungus among us, y'all. We got a lot of succubus spirited women, bro. Like, for real. Anytime you see women who defend, women like Ariane, women like Porsha and Sharina, I'm telling you, it's a lot of succubus spirited women in our presence. That's why I say I got no choice. I got to delete them and block them from coming to my channel, because they're trying to infest every space they can crawl in, like the clout roaches they are, and pass that poisonous spirit of who are we to judge succubus women, side chicks? Who are we to not celebrate side chicks? And see, when we start allowing women like this to come in our spaces, to come in our platforms, what it does is it taints the women who are spiritually woke. It taints them. Because I really, me personally, I shouldn't have to argue with another woman about another woman who got involved with another married man. That's not even something to argue about. And it's ridiculous. But I realize, looking at it from a spiritual perspective, because I'm spiritually woke and not spiritually broke, you got the spirit of the succubus is at an all-time high. You're going to see women defend women like Porsha. They're going to defend women like 𝓜𝓸𝓬𝓱𝓪'𝓼. There's a high population of succubus spirited women. And if they are not woke, they will condone, not only condone, they will also participate in this type of immoral behavior themselves. I did not know Porsha's mother was also a side chick. Allegedly. I heard she was involved with married men, which all makes sense. Like Arion, her mother was a succubus. That succubus spirit, it will continue to transform and spread like COVID. That's why I'm going to start blocking women who coming in defending succubus behavior. Because you're trying to spread that poison, toxic, demonic energy that I don't want in my space. And I'm not going to allow it. Go to these other channels who allow y'all to, oh, I want Porsha to be happy. Happy for what? I'm saying this was when she was married to Simon. I wish her the best, in whatever future endeavors from here on out. But when she was married, you had so many women saying Porsha is finally happy. She deserves to be married. I'm like, y'all are bypassing the whole fact Simon was already a married man. Even if Fallon had 20 babies or whatever. People have problems in their marriage. That don't give you a pass. Cause his wife ain't doing right or the husband ain't doing right. That does not give you rights to intervene in that marriage. Even if they approach you, you have the right to say, no, I'm not getting involved in that. No, you're a married man. I'm not bringing that curse upon myself. So I'm letting a lot of my spiritually woke sisters understand. Stop arguing with these women about who they these women that are co-defending and co-signing on succubus behavior. It's a waste of time. Ladies, women who have that succubus spirited mindset, they cannot be reached at this point. Ain't no need of arguing with them. And if you see one in the comment, let me know. Just say, yo, Mocha, check your comment. I will read through the comments. And once I find out who that person is, I will dismiss them. Because it's not our job to reach women who don't want to be reached. If they want to keep that succubus spirited mindset, that is on them. Let them be. Only thing we can do is to keep speaking and preaching the word. For all who agreed with today's sermon, say church in the comment. Make sure you hit that like button once again. Thank y'all so much. Appreciate you. Again, for those who are interested in cable, make sure you email me. Those who are interested in me creating any tumblers, I'm going to post my website. I finally got a website where you can purchase my tumblers online. It's more convenient. You ain't got to email me and do all that extra stuff. I finally got a website, so I'm going to post it in the community tab for all of you who are interested. Okay? All right. So, nevertheless, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. I do have another content that's going to be coming up soon. Let me make y'all aware of that before I get ready to exit. Because I posted both on my community tab. So, I got another sermon that's going to be coming up, right? The next sermon I'm going to also be doing is, come on, computer. Moving kind of constipated today. Why worshiping husbands can take a toll on your spiritual and mental well-being. I want to talk about married women who have actually derailed. Some have turned to drugs. Some have mentally lost themselves in the midst of overly worshiping their husbands. So my next sermon is going to be why worshiping husbands can take a toll on your spiritual and mental well-being. Going to talk about women like Wendy Williams, our rest in peace, iconic queen, Whitney Houston, or Whitney Brown or whatever. And I'm going to also talk about Britney Spears, you know, how she totally derailed and went through a bad mental state of depression. And I think she's still dealing with depression because she's having a hard time finding love. So we're going to talk about all of that, you know, because I want women to be spiritually woke, not spiritually broke. I didn't bring you the tea or the gossip. I came to bring you the word. So anyway, y'all, hit that like button before you leave. Leave a comment below. If you want to donate to the movement, you're more than welcome to do that. If you can't, just hit that like button. Y'all be blessed. Have a good one. Talk to you soon.